Formula Drift St. Louis used to be on the beautiful infield of Worldwide Technology Raceway until they found out that the grandstand seating was absolutely garbage. And then with a little less bad grandstand seating, they moved to this layout in 2019 to 2022. And to say it in the nicest way possible, it was a little weird, to say the least. It seemed more like a Pro-Am track. It seemed pretty awkward to drive in a 1,000 horsepower drift car. It just wasn't the best thing for Formula Drift. But the drift gods have blessed us by modifying the track for this year in 2023. It's the same layout, but what you're about to see is 4 outer zones, and outer zone 3, there was more pavement laid, so it was extended, making it less of an awkward track to drive and making it honestly more enjoyable for the viewer to watch. So in light of this, why not make a video on how to master FD St. Louis 2023? So I was going to do a live reaction of Chris Forsberg's qualifying run, just to, give the little critiques, my reaction to it. But I joined the live stream as Rome Charpentier started going, and he's 1 place ahead in the championship, so Chris just went. So this is the semi-live reaction to his run. Great start, no cones hit. Solid little first outside zone. Second outside zone. Pretty good. Little angle correction there. Not all the way outside on outer zone 3. Okay. Oh, dropped a rumble strip. That means he sadly dropped a tire, which is quite unfortunate. It was a pretty decent run. Wasn't terrible at all. Very good. So here's the drone clip. I wanted to mute it just because a judge usually critiques it, but going into outer zone 1, he wasn't there all the way out there immediately, which probably took off some points just line-wise, but still filled it a lot better than some of these other drivers. And then transitioning, see, he did not transition right on the rumble strips, so he has plenty of room to move with. He still has a solid 6 inches or so of room, or like 9 inches or so of room before heading in that outer zone 2, and he's schmoving, and he is right there in the outer zone 2. A little bit of wavering, a little bit of left foot brake, but that's okay. But that sets him up where he's a fair bit shallow to outer zone 2. He's a solid couple feet off of outer zone 3, my bad, not outer zone 2. And then he transitions, wonderful transition into outer zone 4. However, too much momentum. He drops the tire, and that's probably going to ding him a bit, just for dropping a tire there. But overall, not a terrible run. Good amount of momentum, lots of throttle commitment. Here's just the big thing: he wasn't all the way out on that wall in outer zone 3, and then transitioned a little late, a little too far out, and carried a little too much speed into that last outer zone. Not a terrible run by any means. I'm going to take a guess. It's probably going to be low 80s. I was close, but 79.66. I don't know where that's going to put him since not everyone's done, but at this point, he's in 11th. So, not too shabby at all. So, before we get into any actual drifting, I just want to have a quick walkthrough. So, first of all, we have the cones. We go through. That's pretty straightforward. And you want to keep it pretty track left, but you don't want to go too far out, as it's super easy to dip a tire into the grass here. People did it during qualifying tonight. And you just want to keep it full throttle, fully pinned throughout this entire first outer zone. You don't want to shortcut anything. You want to get right to the end of it and then lift off a little bit of throttle and then shoot right up towards this second outer zone. A big thing is you want to transition before you hit this rumble strip. A lot of people, what they do is they like to shoot the front of their car towards the rumble strip and then transition. Now, what this does is it slows the car down a lot coming into here. Once you transition, and if you transition at the rumble strip, once you get to this wall, you're going to need to slow down a lot so you don't hit it and slam into it. That's why before you get to the end of this rumble strip here, you need to transition so you can carry your momentum through outer zone 2. Because if not, you're going to stumble and you're going to fall, and then you're going to have a rough time getting into outer zone 3. So you want to push out, you want to take this arc line out, and you can follow it from outside of OZ2 in that white line in the grass strip to outer zone 3. Now, there's no up-to-date spec in the sim of the track. There's usually a wall here, and this area is a little longer. That's okay though, it's coming very soon. However, you want to keep it outside in the outer zone as much as possible. Come off a little bit, just a smidge towards the very end, just so you're able to make it to the last and final outer zone. That's right. 4 outer zones, pretty crazy, should lead to some good tandems, but you want to get right onto this wall to line yourself up really well for this final outer zone. And again, you do not want to transition on the wall. Reason being is, if you do so, just like outer zone 2, you will have to slow down a lot and or go off track. And in this case, you are going to slam into a concrete barrier, which is not a fun time. But from there, you want to keep the rear of your car on that white line. Anything on the rumble strip is considered off track, so you want to keep it on the white line all the way through. You want to have pretty good angle all the way through, and then from there on, that's the run. Key things to remember about this track are the transitions into OZ2 and OZ4. Just make sure you transition before you get too far track left or track right. Track left if you're on OZ2, and then track right if you're on OZ4. And then make sure to carry a lot of angle as well, because this track is pretty short, especially with high horsepower cars. You can easily go off. So pull a lot of angle and you'll be good to go. Now let's take it to the drift run in the 2023 Nissan Z. So before we end this video, let's have a tandem breakdown with my CFR teammate Kevin Stump in the lead in the Alex Jager replica car. So coming into the initiation, when you are chasing, you want to be pretty close to that lead driver, to the point where you're almost hitting him, because it is super easy for them to run away through this first outside zone. And here I make a grave mistake of having too much angle, more angle than the lead driver, and have to pull out of it, which would be deemed a correction on my part. So as you can see, I am a little more shallow to him, and here transitioning, we are both not on the rumble strip. Therefore, we are able to carry our momentum as well as possible through outer zone 2. And here, as you can see, I am still holding great proximity to him, but have a little bit of a bobble there angle-wise, and have to left foot brake to settle the car and correct a little bit. And here we're holding that great wide arc into outer zone 3. And here is the trickiest part of this course, where everything could be thrown away, in my opinion. You want to have a little bit of room when transitioning onto the rear bumper of the lead car. This being because of that concrete wall lining up so well with outer zone 4. In the start of outer zone 4, you could slam into it super easily, not only destroying your run, but the lead driver's run as well. So make sure to have a little bit of room before transitioning onto the door, finishing out the run in outer zone 4, just to be sure you do not ruin both your run and the lead driver's run. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of learning how to master FD St. Louis, and I hope you guys are enjoying the sim content on the channel. I'm having a blast making all the videos. I hope you guys find it even a little bit helpful. It'll make my day. If you guys want any of these cars or the track, check the links down in the description where I have linked both the CFR cars and the track. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.